Yeah, hello everyone. In the previous session, we have talked about how we can, what is basically a 3D model. Okay. Now in this session, we are going to start with the what are the in-depth for the sketches, what are the different type of sketches you can create from where you have created that, and what are the different ways by which we can produce those. So I already have one file in a working of that. Let me create a new file. So I can simply press Control plus N to open a new file, a fresh file over which I can work. Now again, I will move to the create a sketch. I will let me take one of the plane. Okay. And just for now, I'm just going to hide this portion. Okay. So basically, we have these things. So let's try to understand the first one. We have a simple line. So basically, when I click on the line, it will ask for. So you can see that when I use the line, it will ask we have the two option in which as a input we can provide the length and the angle. So if I want to specify the straight line, you can see my angle will be a 0 or let's say 90 or 180 or something, whatever the angle is required. And if you have something like this, so you can define. Now, this is not only the one feature. Let's say if I have something like this, okay, if I want draw a straight line and this is a one continuous line. It is not like once you are starting with the one line, so it will end over there. It should have a continuous one. So I can create a continuous line like this. And in between of that, where I think that, okay, I need some kind of I want to start a one curve or a arc or something like this. So this line feature also has some inbuilt feature like just how we can start with. When you have this option, when you have this next point, just click on that and drag that. Means simply press your left mouse button and drag the next point until when you click on the next point, it will again start working as a straight line. So when I move the straight line again, if I want to make a one curve over there like this, so I can do the same thing over like this and cut. So here you can see that when my start point and end points meet with each other, it automatically exit from that particular line feature. But still it is selected over there. But here it will ask for that, okay, you want some more sketch. And once your sketch is a closed entity, that is the first requirement for the 3D model, you can see that it is shown with some shaded region. Okay, so this is one of the feature of the line. Now we have some more features. Let's say rectangle, a 2-point rectangle. If I want to simply, I can define this is a 2-point rectangle. Let's say we will explore more 3-point rectangle in which you need to define the one of the direction as a rectangle. Let me take an angle of that or something. After that, we have option for the center rectangle in which you want to create a rectangle from the center of the line. So these are the three options by which as per the requirement you can create your own. Another we have the option for the circle with a diameter, 2-point circle, 3-point circle, tangent circle and a 3 tangent circles as well. Okay, let's say if you have some 2 tangent or 3 tangent circle will work something like this. Let's say if I have a line. Let's say you can also use some shortcut as well. Simply press L so that line will be active for you, and escape button will take an exit from your current working sketch feature. So again, let's say if I have drawn three lines, these are the three lines as a, let's say here you want to delete something. Okay, this is the additional line. Just select that and delete that one. So let's assume we have these three lines here in which between of that you want to create some circle. So 3 tangent circle here you have to define, okay, 1 tangent, 2 tangent and the third tangent. So once you select this, so you can have a one circle in which this circle is tangent to these three lines. So we have some, if some condition are there where you have a some closed sketch or a kind of a shape where the circle, the center or a center of that particular you can't able to find out, you can use these feature as well. Similar for the arc options, we have some arc. If I want to define some arcs or something, I can use one or many of the options from there. Now after that we have an option for ellipse. If I want to create an ellipse, you have to define major arc and minor arc and you can define like this. Here we also have an option for the slots. Slots are generally like it will be visible like this. These are a technical term we called as a slots. So these slots you can create it directly or you can also create it with the help of a circles and then two lines and you have to modify that. So but we have the option to use it directly. So we have multiple fee by ways if you want to create some kind of a slot which is following some arc like this, not a straight line but following some arc or something. So these type of things you can create with the help of this slot option. You can explore more from your own as well. Now we have the another option for the spline. In general term, the spline is called as a continuous curve. Continuous curve means if I have this, okay, sorry, I have selected some different one. Let me take this spline. So let me start. Okay, this is we called as a continuous curve. Okay, like this. And when you're done with the continuation, now here you can see that press the escape button to come out from the command. And now you can see that these are called as a control vertex. With the help of that, you can control these curves and all. This is like this. Okay. So we are going to use the spline feature in our these tools by applying some line equations or these. So we will discuss in the later, which is generally we will define in this control point spline. Here you can see that my complete spline is drawn with the help of sets of continuation lines. So if I have these line equation and if I plugged in my values over there, so I can achieve that particular shape. Okay. We have some other conic curves we can create with some more technical terms. Okay, if you want to define, this is a row you have to define over there. So once you define that, these type of curves you can also create with the help of that. Now here you can also define some points. If you want to make some arbitrary points you have to define in your sketch, you can do with the help of that. Now after that we have the option to specify the text. Let's say over the some material or something you want to define some text. Let's say if I want to write down IITD, so here you can align your things. So if I want to left align, middle, or it should be up or down, or like this, so you can do it with the help of that. So what are the more things we can create from there? Yeah, mirror image. So mirror, circular pattern, rectangular pattern. These are generally used for making a multiple copies of that. That is generally we also have the option in our features as well. So we can try to see over there how we can use that. Okay. So this is the first part of this learning the sketching. In the next one, we are going to try to understand about some modify commands. Thank you very much and stay tuned for that.